Little girl cried, "Those men won't let my mummy in the hospital." Seconds later, the Hells Angels walked in. Rain fell in soft, steady sheets over Cedar Ridge General Hospital, turning the parking lot into a glistening mirror of streetlights and sorrow. Inside the ER waiting area, chaos and exhaustion clashed, but outside, beneath the flickering hospital awning, a different kind of storm was brewing. 6-year-old Sophia clutched her soaked teddy bear tightly against her chest, tears streaming down her cheeks as she watched her mother, Grace, doubled over in pain on a nearby bench. Grace had been turned away at the front desk again. "She said we don't have insurance," she whispered, her voice trembling like a leaf in the wind. "But Mommy's really sick. She can't even stand up." Hospital staff had politely but firmly told them to come back when arrangements are made. Grace, pale and shivering, tried to smile through the pain for her daughter's sake. "It's okay, baby," she said weakly. "We'll go home, rest a bit." But Sophia knew it wasn't okay. She'd watched her mom collapse while making breakfast that morning. She'd dialed 911, but the ambulance wouldn't come without verified insurance. So they'd taken the bus. 2 transfers, 40 minutes, and now they were being turned away like beggars at a feast. That's when she saw them. Thunder rumbled, not from the sky, but from the road. A line of black motorcycles rolled into the hospital lot, gleaming under the rain like war horses returning from battle. Leather vests, skull patches, beards streaked with gray. The Hells Angels Cedar Ridge chapter had just finished a charity ride for veterans. Sophia didn't know who they were. All she saw were big men who looked like they could open any door that was closed. Without thinking, she ran. "Please!" she cried, stumbling through puddles toward the nearest biker, a towering man named Dex with a handlebar mustache and eyes like weathered stone. "Please! Those men won't let my mummy in the hospital. She's really, really sick." He stopped cold. The entire group halted behind him. Sophia's sobs echoed in the wet silence. "They said we can't come in unless we have money, but Mummy's hurting. I don't know what to do." For a heartbeat, no one moved. Then Dex knelt, slowly, carefully, so he wouldn't scare her. "Where's your mama, sweetheart?" She pointed back to the bench. What happened next would be whispered about in Cedar Ridge for years. The Hells Angels didn't yell, they didn't break anything. They simply walked. 6 of them, in perfect formation, toward the ER entrance. The security guard who'd turned Grace away paled instantly. Dex spoke, voice calm but iron-forged. "That woman out there needs a doctor, now." I'm sorry, sir, but hospital policy—" "Policy?" Dex interrupted, not raising his voice, just locking eyes. "A 7-year-old shouldn't have to beg strangers to save her mother's life." One of the other bikers, a man named Tank, with veteran stitched across his back, stepped forward. "We'll cover any upfront costs. Call it a donation, but you're going to treat her tonight." The staff hesitated, then relented. Within minutes, Grace was on a gurney, whisked into the ER for emergency care. Sophia clung to Dex's jacket as they waited. "She's got appendicitis," a nurse later told them. "If she'd waited much longer, it could have ruptured. You likely saved her life." Sophia looked up at Dex, eyes wide with wonder. Are you angels?" He chuckled softly, ruffling her hair. "Nah, kid, just guys who remember what it's like to need help." The next morning, Grace woke up in a hospital bed, hydrated, medicated, safe. Sophia slept curled in a chair beside her, still clutching her teddy bear, and Dex's bandana tied gently around her wrist like a promise. The Hells Angels didn't stay for thanks, they never do. But before they left, they dropped an envelope at the front desk, enough to cover Grace's copay, plus a note. "Next time, don't turn away the ones that can't pay." They might be someone's whole world. Weeks later, Grace and Sophia returned to the hospital, not as patients, but as volunteers, delivering meals to families in the waiting room who couldn't afford food. And on the handlebars of Grace's second-hand bike, a small metal angel charm, wings spread wide. Because sometimes angels don't have wings. Sometimes they ride in on motorcycles. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to ACA Story Tales. Your support helps us bring more real, emotional stories that remind us how powerful kindness can be, especially when it comes from the most unexpected places. Drop a comment below. Have you ever been helped by a stranger? We'd love to hear your story. Because in a world that often feels cold, every act of compassion lights a fire that never goes out. Thanks for watching.